Test, test, test. Welcome to the Edge webinar 2017. This is session 3. We're looking at the Archibus Web Central 23.1 homepages. My name is Mark Little. I'm involved with technical support and training at NAS. So homepages. Homepages have been around for a little while in Archibus, but in this version of Archibus, it's really much more flexible and easy to go in and then change from the previous process navigator to switch over to the home pages as your main way of navigating around Web Central. But it's also easy to go in there and publish new home pages with your own options on them. So during the course of this presentation, I'll go through and outline the basics of home pages and how to publish them. So what are home pages? Well, they allow you to embed metrics and alerts in a very similar way to the previous dashboards. And it's a way of minimizing the number of clicks a user will have to go through to actually get to a particular piece of information within Archibus. And it is a much more cleaner and modern interface compared to the previous process navigator, which is starting to look a bit dated. So the advantages, well, the main advantage is there's no process navigator. It's customizable. As I've already said, it's one click and you're back to where you started from. And you also have the drop down for similar tasks, which you'll see appearing on some of the pages as we go through, which does speed up the process. So quick recap on the process navigator. So we can see the basic interface that you're all familiar with. In this case, we've got all the modules down the left hand side, and also just showing that you have to minimize the process navigator to maximize the space within the interface, which we'll see here in this quick demo of the process navigator. So we're logging into Archibus 23.1 with the demo account, and here we can see the old style process navigator. And we click through some of the options, and you can see that you have to click down several levels within the navigator. So now let's have a quick look at home pages and see what we have. So we have the applications tab, which shows all the domains. We have the sort of, in this case, the portfolio manager showing up, which is an assigned home page. You always have the applications tab on there as well. And we can also see the bottom of that screenshot, you have the alerts and metrics embedded in there, which means it's much simpler for managers and so on to see the key information that they need. Okay, so let's go on to have a look at, we'll just summarize the benefits. So C-level executives, it's easier to customize the information that they're looking at, even managers and basic users, in fact everyone. It's a much cleaner way of looking at the information within Archibus Web Central. So Archibus 23.1 ships with some sample home pages already set up, and these in themselves are quite useful. So you have the quick start homepage, the facility manager homepage, portfolio manager homepage, environmental manager homepage, the self-service, and obviously the application homepage. But you also have a couple of home pages already set up for use with mobile, so much simpler to use on a mobile device screen, such as an iPad or an Android tablet. Okay, so let's go on to have a look at the options in the process navigator. So we have the asset manager homepage assigned here, but here we can see on the right hand side we've got the profiles option on screen, and we can see that we have all the assigned home pages showing up here. So you can have more than one per user, which makes it that little bit easier. We'll see that again on a later screen. So key points to remember. Typically users are assigned just one home page, but you can have multiple pages assigned to a user because they will show up in the profiles drop-down. The applications page acts as a second home page, and the additional home pages, if assigned, exist in the user preferences or profile menu. Okay, so on to the next part, and we'll have a look at how to enable the home pages within Web Central. So we've already logged in, and we'll go up to the demo preferences, look at my profile, and in here we've got a navigation method, and we can swap from Process Navigator to Home Page. We'll save that, close that down, and then sign out. And when we sign in again, we'll see the interface is changed to show home pages with Portfolio Manager and the Applications tab. So you can see you've got your alerts and metrics embedded in there as well, and all the different options that have been assigned to this particular user's role. You have all your applications underneath their domain headings. In this case, it's pretty much all the modules. And obviously you can swap between the different tabs. Okay, and then you've got your other assigned home pages, in this case the Asset Manager. So it's showing the asset utilization map plus performance metrics embedded in a similar way to you would have had dashboards previously. So all the information is accessible straight away. So again, much easier to navigate. We can see in this particular Facilities Manager homepage the use of colors to highlight particular panels. We've got the Quick Start homepage with some of the consoles more accessibly. We'll have a look at this next section. We'll show the task drop-down in action. So in this example, we'll go to Preventive Maintenance, go to Procedures and Steps, and you can see the task menus appeared straight away. And if you click the drop-down there, we can see associated tasks with the view that we're currently in. So for instance, we've got assigned procedures to equipment or location. And as we drill through the different options on the screen, we can go back up and see, again, similar PPM related tasks appearing, which means you don't have to go back to the top. It's less clicks. So we're looking at defined PM schedules now, looking at the schedule information, and now we'll go back to the top of the screen. Okay, so we're back home under the Applications tab. So okay, creating a new role. We'll quickly run through those steps. So we're signed in as the demo user again. And we'll add or edit roles. Add a new role in. We'll call it Home Pages Demo. Give the title as the same name. We'll save that. And we'll go back up to Tasks. Assign the security groups to the role, otherwise the role won't work. We'll add in a security group of the same name as the role. Here's our homepage demo again. Give it the same title. Back up. And we'll assign those to the roles. So we'll look for the demo homepage role. Add a new group to that role. Add in the security group we've just created. Save that. We'll add in the calculated group so we can view calculated fields. And we'll add in the group that's been created that brings all the space processes together. This example is going to use some of the space options. That's that saved. So now we have to add processes to the role. So these are items that will actually appear on the menu, be it in Process Navigator or the home page. So we'll go to Tasks, assign processes to roles or users. Under the Roles tab, we'll look for the role that we've just created and assign groups to. Let's maximize the screen space. Makes it a little bit easier to see. So we'll look for the relevant processes. So we're going to add in the default page navigation applications tab. Then we'll add in some of the space processes. See, we're using the filters up at the top to narrow down the selection. Let's make the screen a bit bigger. Scroll down a bit more. There we go. So we'll add in background data. And then we'll go for the option Space Manager, which has the Space Console within it. So we'll assign that to the homepage demo role. Notice there's no actual save button here, so once it's been added, that's it. And we'll add in the web dashboards for room imagery. Okay, so that's that done. That's the processes assigned. So now we have to add the role which we've just populated with processes to the user. So we'll go in as Edit User. We'll find the demo account that we're using in this demonstration, which is called Demo. There we go. We'll change it from its previous role to Homepage Demo. We'll save that. And then we have to publish the role. So basically publishing it builds the web pages that are actually displayed. And to do that you must have actually assigned that to the role to a user first, otherwise it won't appear in the following list. So there we go, we've got the homepage demo as a published option. Click the publish button. So Web Central reports it's been published successfully. We'll sign out and then we'll test the new login with this new role. So we'll log on as the demo user again. And sign in. And sure enough, we have the Applications tab that's just showing us the options that we've assigned to that new role. So in this case we've got the Space Console, and notice that it goes full screen straight away because there's no process navigator. Makes that a little bit easier to use, so you don't have to minimize the process navigator on the side anymore. So just for fun, we'll bring up the Boss Med drawer sample drawing. So that's one of the published Revit files within Archibus. It's going to show the highlighted by divisions, and we can see in here the different processes that have been applied to this role are available in the tasks drop-down. So you can get it to everything from the tasks menu, which is very useful. Okay, so the next stage is the homepage editor, which actually allows us to create new homepages from scratch and assign them to the user. So we'll log on as the Archibus admin account, and we'll go to Applications, System Admin. Let me scroll down a bit to, we've got Add-ins Manager, and then you've got Manage Homepages and Processes. And we'll actually add a new page in, so a new home page. And we have to populate the processes title and descriptor file, add in display order. So we've created the homepage webinar, put the descriptor file in, which is where all the settings are saved. So create an XML file as a result of this process within Web Central. Give it a display order of 250 so it goes to the front. And if we actually edit the page now, what we just created, we can actually add new panels in. So we'll create a new panel, go to the Edit Properties box, we'll give this a title, and add in the type of menu item that we're going to show. So we'll add in some background data for the space module here. We'll go to type now, go for processes, and we choose the application the processor is going to come from. So again, it's going to be the AB space inventory bar again. We use that as the same example. There we go, AB space from inventory bar, and then we pick the actual processes from that option. So we'll go background data again. We choose the background color, so we've got a range to choose from, which can make training end users a little bit easier. We can actually edit the individual tasks within here as well. So if you've added new views in here, you can add and remove them as required. It means it's quite powerful. So very good for adding new menu items or customizing what people actually see. Okay, so happy with that. We deleted out the export options, so you may not want people to see or be able to export certain items, so these can be removed. So go sites, next would be buildings and floors. That's just deleting out the items from this particular panel. And we'll close that down. We'll add a second new panel in. edit the properties. Again, we'll give it a title. Select processes. Again, it will be AB space inventory. Find space manager again. Add in background shading. So we make it blue this time. Save that. I'm going to take out the report options, view department by, just to leave the space console on its own. Let's close that. Oh, I forgot to edit the title, so we'll change that now. Add in space console in there, save that view, and then we hit the publish button. There we go, that's it. So that's now published that view or that home page. So now we have to assign this new home page that we've created to the role. So we can go back into assign processes to roles and users. Click the homepage demo option. And if we type in the title, homepage webinar, we should see the option appear in the filter. Okay, so we assign that to the role. Yes to that. We can see it in the assigned list. Okay. And then we have to publish the role again. So we'll click homepage demo again, publish, and then we'll need to test it again. So we sign out, test the new homepage. So log back in as the demo account again. And then we can see we've got a demo webinar and an applications tab. You can see the background data options and the space console all assigned in there. So again, it's just it's a way of simplifying what people see in Archibus. Always remember that Archibus is role-based, and if you think about setting up your roles quite carefully, you can sort of simplify the workflow people have to go through to add and edit information within the Archibus system. Okay, so we're looking at the boss met drawings again. If we click the drop down under tasks, it's only showing space console because that's the only options in that panel in the home page. So quick summary of home pages. Home pages are an additional navigation method, allowing access to all tasks and report with one click. Home pages are role-based and assigned like any other menus. You can add a variety of home pages to a role, and additional home pages will exist in the preferences menu. And you can personalize them. That's extremely important. So it's worth spending time thinking about what people require, what they need, and then designing a home page specifically for them. because it will mean that their interface with Arquibus Web Central is much simpler then. So that's the bare bones of home pages. We'll deal with any questions next, and after that it's worth just mentioning that some of this will be covered during the Edge Advanced webinars, events that we have on the 8th and 9th of March this year. We'll be hosting them at Indigo House. We'll be going through this type of thing with home pages and metrics and how it can be used to get more information out of your Arquibus implementation. So it's not just a case of putting information into Arquibus, it's all about getting information out of Arquibus that can help you make the strategic decisions. Okay, that's great. Thank you for spending time watching this presentation, and I hope you found it useful. Thank you.